Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Friday, the 18th of August. This is our weekly recap video. It's 11:30, and I'm shooting this early as I'm taking the half day off the screens for a little bit of fun and relaxation here today. By the way, you want to join us, smartoptiontrading.com. You can sign up for $25 for the first 30 days and $100 every month thereafter. Cancel anytime. Let's talk about this week. The market has finally broken down. Okay. So here was our high we put back in, and we've been kind of just playing around. We got our 3% pullback, and now we've got a 5% pullback, and we'll start talking about a 10% pullback, which should be somewhere down here in this 420 area. Today, we're getting a little bit of a bounce here as I'm leaving. We are just oversold, extended to the downside. The oscillators were down negative 350 and negative 300 area. So this was not a surprise that we're getting a bounce here today off of the lows. We opened down well out of the Bollinger Bands. Is this the end of it? Nobody knows. Markets rarely bottom on a Friday. And, we're in August. Next week, we have Jerome Powell on Friday morning for the Fed. We got NVIDIA earnings on Wednesday night, which I think are going to be huge. Bottom line is the market can bounce all the way back up to the 8-day fail and roll over and have not changed right now that we're still in a pullback or even maybe a correction at this point. Okay, what else is going on? Let's go look at some others. The Qs, which have been weak for a while, the Qs have been in a pullback now much longer, and coming up on a 10% pullback on the Qs, getting closer and closer to it, not that far away from it now. The IWM, which was stronger this coming into this week, capitulated. However, the Dow, which still sold off, is holding in better. The financials are still trying to struggle, not down as much as the markets. The VIX here spiked briefly today, but not holding it back in the Bollinger Bands right now. And really, we keep talking about it in the room. Bonds are driving this market. It's the 10-year yield, which keeps going up, rates going up, that keep driving this market, and that's what the worry is here. This week was not the easiest of weeks to trade. We traded AMD, the AQs, NVIDIA, Target, TJ Maxx, ES a bunch of times, Google. I haven't made a trade today just for what it's worth, so you guys know that. Big names in tech have been hit hard. Tesla here, props out to Doug in the room. He called 200 on it right after earnings. He might get that one right. Is it extended to the downside? Big time. But here it is. They're selling. It's on the lows again when the market's bouncing today. Doesn't matter. NVIDIA going into earnings next week, very weak today, gave half that Monday big candle back. That was a beautiful trade. Apple's broken. Apple has broken down at this point, trying to recover a bit, but way extended to the downside. Microsoft, big breakdown. Okay. Amazon also gave back almost that entire gap to the 50-day. Google today finally capitulating after it's been a stronger name and went into that gap here for the first time on earnings. So you got a lot of weakness here across the board, guys, and it's just time to play defense, right? This is not a time of year seasonality to get aggressive. It's not the time of year to go all in either direction. That said, the market will change as we get closer into September, and you'll get bounces along the way or better places to short than shorting into the hole today, since we were down so much. So with that said, charts on Sunday morning. I'm going to wish you guys a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch everybody live in the room on Monday morning at 9 a.m.